Welcome back to the channel. We've got our first community token for the Four Nations Face-Off event that will allow us to upgrade the Four Nations player that we chose from the choice pack. And I also want to go over how to use your entire collection when working towards the Team of the Year player items. I know a lot of people are trying to make as many 87 overall players so that they can get as many Team of the Year items in their lineup. So I'm going to show you how to utilize your entire collection. Let's get into it. Now, first things first, let's go grab that token. It is located in the store. If you head on over to the store and then in the tab, go all the way over to the Four Nation rewards, and you will see that you can grab the community token from the Four Nations Face-Off event. Now, once you've got your token, you can go ahead and upgrade your Four Nations Face-Off player item to their next overall. So, as you can see, I went with Devon Toews, who in my opinion was the best choice. And now each tier upgrade will just require one collectible or one token, and it looks like we are going to get 2 more of these throughout the event. It is going to require the community XP targets to be hit, but it would be extremely surprising if they don't just end up giving that to us. I feel like it'd be pretty embarrassing if we didn't hit that, because then it's essentially admitting that you're not playing the game as much as they intend you to be. Now, if you are looking for the update in terms of where the XP is located right when you log into the game for the first time, or the home menu, the top banner will show whatever country that you selected when you went through the initial Four Nations event. And then it will say Tier 2, 5 billion out of 5 billion XP. This is including World of Chell and Hockey Ultimate Team. Now, at the time of this recording, it hasn't been updated to the next tier, so Tier 3. I expect that to happen around 5 p.m. today or possibly tomorrow, but we should get our next goal very shortly. Now, for everyone that is trying their best to make the extremely expensive Team of the Year items, I want to go over the pathing and the sets that you can use for your lower overall cards. So I'm talking anything that is below 81 overall. Now, as it stands, there are currently only 3 different overall sets that can be used to make the Team of the Year player items. The lowest barrier of entry from the event specifically is 81 and above. But if you have a card that is 80 and below, there are still ways to take advantage and slowly use your collection to get into this event. Now, with the release of Team of the Year, they've all but made X Factors just completely pointless. I mean, that's been talked about ad nauseum. It's been clearly documented that this set is just completely not worth it, working towards Connor McDavid or any of the X Factors. So, if you are saving all of your lower overall cards for things like the X Factor, McDavid, or even any of the captains, or maybe you're thinking about making hologram power-up icons, even those are just pretty terrible value and they just rarely receive upgrades at all. And with the X Factor cards just being absolute powerhouses, this is the one event where I would recommend just burning your entire collection to try and get one of the ultimate Team of the Year player items. But obviously, the cost is very expensive. So again, this is why I want to show you how to use your entire collection to work towards it if you want. So the way to use your entire collection is you're going to start with the exchange sets. What you want to do is go into the player sets, and basically you're just going to use your entire collection to go through each of the sets. So if you have any card that is 69 and below, you throw them into this 70 to 71 overall player item set, and then you carry on down the line. Now you're going to get to a point where you are going to have to trade in cards that are 74 and above, and then as well, you're going to have to trade in player items that are 76 and above. And like I said, if you really want a Team of the Year item, you should probably try and burn your entire collection, because there won't be any cards that are just better than them. And then lastly, there is a set that will have you trading in 78 and above overall items. So once you've traded in all of your lower items and you've got as many 78 and above overall items, you can throw these into the 80 to 81 overall item set. This is including 79 overalls. You would throw them into this set. Now, technically, there is an issue because the barrier of entry into the Team of the Year sets is 81 and above. And because that set also includes 80 overall items, if you were to get an 80 overall item, you need to find a way to increase that overall, or that card would just be completely useless. And the way to do that is in the Team of the Week. In the Team of the Week sets, you will find that in their exchange sets, the very first trade-in is for an 83 overall, and it will require 80 overall items. So what you would do is just throw all of your 80 overall player items into this, and your 81 overall items into the Team of the Year set. This is how you bridge the gap between those exchange sets and get you cards that can work towards the Team of the Year event. Now, the frustrating part about this is that A, The sets and going that route and burning your entire collection if you have a lot of cards that are below 81 overall is just going to take you a long time. And to be honest, it's not terribly great value. Like, if you were going to work towards a hologram item, there's nothing wrong with that. I just think that EA has shown that they're not going to regularly update the cards, and there will probably be future events that make them just even more pointless in terms of chasing after them. The Team of the Year cards are guaranteed to be among the best for the entire year. So what I would recommend you do is simply do the math before you start down this set path, because if you were to trade everything in and you're still way too short of the goal of making a Team of the Year item, that would be worst case scenario. I'd also love it if EA explained that this was the pathing, because for any new player, if you were to follow those exchange sets and you ended up with 80 overall items, there just really isn't anything to indicate, hey, go here and bridge the gap. But I guess that's why content creators have channels. Now, the other thing I want to touch on is that as you were earning XP during the event, I get a lot of questions about which set you should throw your cards into if you are trying to make a Team of the Year item. A lot of the focus is the 82 or 87 overall chance player pack. This is really boom or bust, right? The only way I would recommend doing this, because I'm super risk adverse when it comes to this game, I assume you're going to pull the lowest overall. The only way I would recommend doing this set is if there's no other shot that you're going to be able to get enough 87 overall items to complete a card. What I would recommend is to simply do the 83 overall and above choice player pack. This costs 10, and you get 4 options of cards that are 83 and above. I have done this set about 6 or 7 times. I have never pulled anything less than an 85, and I've pulled 87s multiple times. So this is where I would recommend, because the bottom isn't as low as the 82 or 87 overall set. So let me know who you're working towards for Team of the Year. Currently, I've made Nathan MacKinnon and Connor McDavid, and they've both been fantastic cards. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.